Hello favorites. Thank you for joining me today. Today is a Mask Monday and I'm going to talk a little bit about some things going on and just kind of go from there. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm not sure how much I'm going to share, but we're going to get started. And I'm happy to be doing my second Mask Monday. So I have my hair pulled back. I have this mask, which I believe was a gift. And it is a Vita lifting mask sheet. So that's the mask I'm going to start with today. And it is a one, let's see, what does it say? I saw it earlier. Contains collagen and 4 types of vitamins to help skin oxidants affect and give vitality to the dull skin, perfecting a smooth and firm skin. So when you see this video, it'll be the first one I've done in a while. Some of the ones that you just recently saw were recorded at least over a week ago. And so I've been gone. I figured this is a good one to talk about it because it's the week of Thanksgiving. And I think it's great to be thankful. And I wanted to share with you some of the things I'm grateful for and thankful for this year. So recently I've been spending some invaluable time with my father, who is 98 years old. And he's had a long, great life. He was a great and is still a great father and husband to my stepmom, and was to my mom, and also stepfather to her children as well. And has always been just a great father to me. So I was grateful that I was able to get down and spend some time with him as he is very close and nearing the end of his journey here. And doesn't matter how long or how old somebody is and how long and great a life they had, the ones that are left behind. And I know that Lori's life just recently experienced this, and I'm so sorry for her loss. And if you get a chance, I know she's out of, not really on YouTube right now for obvious reasons, but I'm sure she'll come back. And she is part of our collaborations that are going on right now, so those will be listed below. But anybody who might win from her channel, it's going to take her a little bit of time to get back to that, but you will be chosen. Somebody will be chosen off that collaboration she's involved in. But so it doesn't matter, how old you are when you lose a parent or how young you are. There's never a good time, and it's always tough. And no matter how prepared you are, it can be very, very difficult time, and everybody grieves differently. My father's still with us, but he is on his journey. He is near end of life. He's in the final stages, and he's been such a strong man. And I really expected him to have been called back home back in June, but his mind is so clear. He's 98. His mind is so clear. He's so able to communicate and talk with us, but the body's given out, and that happens. And he's aware of that. And so I ran down to go see him. I spent a couple days down in California, and I was able to have some very precious time with him. We were able to have our final farewell and speak our mind and speak and share our thoughts and our gratefulness to have each other in our lives, and also share his wishes. And I know how precious that is. I know how difficult it is when you don't get that opportunity. So I am so grateful to have that opportunity with him, and he is grateful too. And I'm handling it very, very strongly, I feel. And then when I went to go say goodbye before I had to fly home, and it just hit you then, that you probably you're not going to see him alive again, and that the next time I fly down will be for a service. But we're talking on the phone still. That's right. He's still on the phone. And as things occur to him, he'll call me, and he wants to make sure he voices that and that he has that information to me and out. And I just like can't even believe it, but I do cherish these moments dearly that I got to spend with him. And I just kind of wanted to let you all know how grateful I am this year for that. I'm grateful for the health and friendship of my family and my friends and all that I do have. And I hope to be able to give back and do the same throughout my life as I've tried. But, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter how old you are or how old the parent is, you know, it's going to be a difficult transition. And I lost my mother many years ago, 23 years ago. I lost a brother at the same time. That was a terrible year, months apart. So it took me a lot longer to come to terms with that one. And I think it's because I was much younger, and I think she was young. I didn't expect her to pass so young. She never got to meet my children. I had just gotten married. She had participated and attended my wedding, of course. She was involved in all of that. But that was much difficult, very difficult. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. And so that happens at times. Now, I want you all to take that, and I want you all to remember to be grateful for what you do have, grateful. And remember, if you don't know, just sit down. I know there's something you can be grateful for. I know that there's goodness in the world, and I know that we all have a lot to share. And I love having this platform to kind of like have a little therapy about what I'm going through. And so I wanted to share that with you. I have a lot to be grateful for this year. And I just urge that you all hold on to those moments and matters and express the love whenever you can, because you never know if you're going to get that moment to say goodbye at the end, like I have been really blessed to have. It wasn't until I walked out, right before I walked out the door, and I said, you know, I will see you on the other side, Dad. And he said to me, I'll have a nice place for you. I'll fix it up real nice for you. So that's when I kind of lost it and fell apart. But, you know, here we are, and he's still with us, and I'm talking every day to them. And I know it's going to be tough for my stepmom, because she's not ready. They've been married over 10 years. I think it's closer to 12. And, you know, she has several children. I haven't met all of them in those 10 years because they're all spread out and different things and different situations in their lives. But there's one in particular daughter that I am so grateful that she's part of their lives and that she's there and she helps out and she goes, and she said, my dad, she's had 2 other fathers before in their lives that weren't very good men. And she said, my dad is the best dad she's ever had, and that she is so grateful for him. And I am too. My dad has always been the best dad. I have always known that. So it's so wonderful to hear other people express that and appreciate that. My bestie, who is a teacher's aide for special education children within the class, she helps them get through their courses in middle school. She's always talked about my dad to her history teacher over the last several years about his longevity and how vibrant he is, and in his 90s is going to exercise and all that. And she told him that I was coming down, that, you know, my father's condition and end of life. And she told him that, and he prepared a lesson that they had right before school got out last week. A lesson. He had Googled my dad. Now, I'm not going to go into it right now, but my dad has made a lot of accomplishments in his life, and maybe at some point I'll share all that. But he had Googled my dad and put together a whole timeline of his life, and was able to find all this, which I know about. I know all that. And he put together a whole school lesson for the class. And even my friend, who's my best friend down there, she's just like, I've always just known him as your dad. I knew he was that he did a lot of good stuff, but I didn't know him like that. And when they he was up on all the screens. The kids had a big lesson about my dad, and my gosh, what an honor, huh? What an honor. It was a great honor for her to share that with me, and that the teacher was so impressed. He's like, do you know who your friend's dad is? Like, that's really something special. She goes, no, I just always known him as, Laura's dad. And, with somebody, I mean, even when I went to my mom's funeral service, I remember walking in going blown away by the people that had shown up for her funeral and service. And it's because we know them as mom and dad. We don't think of them as, having a life before kids, to be honest. And, there's a whole life I had before I had children. So I think they would be shocked at some of it. But hopefully one day they'll be shocked too at things that I've been able to accomplish. But it was a very great honor that her history teacher was so excited about my dad and his accomplishments. And he does have a legacy. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you. I want to remind you all to say thank you, to be grateful, and to share your love. Give love where you can. Tell somebody you love them. Yep, you may not get that another opportunity. So I'm going to take my mask off at another time off camera here. And I just wanted to say that, and I wish you all a happy Monday, a happy week, and a grateful holiday season and safe holiday season. So take care. If you've liked the video, hit the like, share in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. I'm sure many of you have them as well. And, let's stay together and continue to watch and continue to grow together. I appreciate that. Thank you. Bye.